Good morning, everyone. We did kind of a different little song as our prelude this morning. We did a nice tight arrangement that Chris brought us of that Christmas tune, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And in just a moment, we'll have our platform assistant come on up. I'm not sure who that is this morning. Maybe. Oh, it's Pat. Let's go ahead and start right now. Yeah.
All right.
I know we're a couple minutes early, but we got some special things to get through this morning.
We do,
so.
and it's a holly jolly Sunday today. Hi, everyone. I'm Pat Fenda, and I'm your platform elf this morning. And so we want to welcome the new visitors. Any new visitors today? Please raise your hand. Yay! Thank you for visiting us. And we have a flower, and right behind you is a table of T-shirts. So please help yourself and come to our fellowship hall and say hi. Welcome this morning. So now, please check your cell phones and do your thing, do your digital thing, and check in. And then please silence them, so that we have a nice, wonderful service. We have a new app. Isn't it always? There's a new app every day, isn't it? A new app. It's a text to give. 813-797-6076 to register. It's easy, and you can donate in a moment. So check out our new app. Angels Wanted. Choose a name to brighten a child's Christmas. Visit the Christmas tree in Fellowship Hall. Visit unityoftampa.org for more information, you that are watching out there in digital land. So now it's birthday time. If you had a birthday this week, raise your hand. Yay! And what is your name? Your name? Cat. Yay! We're going to have a cat birthday.
We got at least one birthday in the house. Maybe there's some other folks on Facebook with birthdays. So shall we sing them happy birthday, Pat?
We'll sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you for celebrating it with us.
How about a hand for the pre-music? Bobby, how about that? Chris, that was absolutely beautiful.
And Bobby does have a little treat in store for us at the end.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. How's everybody? All right. Raise both hands if you're great. Oh, nice. We could almost do the wave with those. All right. I have a couple of quick announcements, but important. Norma, you are up. Kathy, will you hand Norma that mic, please? Thank you. All right.
You may have to flip the switch, Norma. You may have to flip a switch on there. Make sure it's just up.
Jeffrey, can you put the other slide up, please?
Oh, yeah, you're on.
Thank you.
I am on? I'm on. Oh, yeah. You're always on. Okay. Good morning. First of all, let me apologize for not doing this last week, but
It was my fault.
yeah, it was blame Nancy. But I want you to know that my enthusiasm and appreciation for all that you guys did for Thanksgiving has not diminished at all. You guys did a fantastic job. We were able to feed 4 families, which made up about 25 people, and we had enough food. Yes, yes. And we had enough food that the people were able to eat for at least a week to 10 days.
That's awesome.
There were 2 trips to the grocery store. One was, I spent $204, and the second trip I spent $166. So we were able to buy everything from eggs to desserts to bread to snacks.
And that's in
everything.
addition to all the donations.
That's in addition to the donations. You should be very proud. And I was just so excited, and I still am just thinking about it. And we do have some stuff left over, so we're going to choose a family that we're going to give additional items to for Christmas. I'll keep you posted on that. Okay, there are a few people I'd like to give special thanks to. One is Sean Lee. I don't think he's here today. Susan Scaglione, who, oh, there she is. Perfect time.
Pulled in just in time for her thank you.
So it was Susan and Ron Scherer and his daughter Murphy.
Yeah, Rob's not here today.
He's not here today. Oh,
Nope.
Murphy his daughter was great, and they helped sort and package the stuff for the families that Vivian and I delivered, to on Sunday. Michelle kept us fed with snacks and lots of water when we were doing the sorting. And I'd like to especially thank Gail Gibson because she was with me on Monday when we sorted everything else. And we delivered to the 3 families. And Gail and I had a plan. We were very organized, and we had strategically mapped out where we were going so that we would save time and be efficient, and we blew it. But the families were very happy. The feel-good story is at one family, there was very limited English being spoken. So the 2 little girls have been taught to say, thank you, happy Thanksgiving in English. And they just kept saying it over and over. And they were so cute. So that just, I just ate that one up. But thank you again for all that you guys did. This was amazing. And if we do this again next year, I will make sure that there are more people involved who can share in the after effects of it as well.
Thank you, Norma. Yeah, how about a hand for Norma? She's a driver, I'm just telling you. She's on top of stuff. She's another Vivian, She's got me like working and on top of things and lets me know what needs to be done, and I really appreciate that. All right, we have another thank you, which I know I had everybody stand up last week, but I just want to remind everybody, if you know any of these people listed, be sure and thank them for the beautiful decorations here and in Fellowship Hall. The place looks awesome, so thank you very much. Also, thank you. So last week I stood up here and I asked if everybody would consider finding a gift for one of the people in our spring list. We had 70 gifts, 71 I believe we had to purchase, and we had 10 on the angel tree. Well, I'm here to tell you, I think we have 6 left. That's a really great job. We have done an unbelievable job. This group loves to give. And I think that says so much for what kind of community we are. So I just want to thank you. I also want to remind you 3 things. If you are on that list and you brought your gift today, please make sure that you find the correct box in Fellowship Hall with the family name on it to put your gift in, and make sure it has the name of the family. We have labels over there. The name of the family, or the name of, and a number of the family, and the name of the child's age, okay? Or the mother's age. Pardon?
It's the family number, and then it's either going to be adult or like child number 1, child number 2. It's not their age.
Okay, child number 1, child number 2, adult, and the family number, okay? We don't want to mix up the gifts. And you can be over there. Sharon Hall will be over there today. Kathy Johnson will be over there today. And Norma's going to be over there today. I didn't want to commit you. Nicole will be over there. Coley will be over there today. So Sharon is over there now? Okay, great. And then last on my announcements for today of mine are, if you didn't get the gratitude journal we offered for free, can you please, did you sign up, Julie? And you didn't receive one? Okay, see Coley and we'll make sure we resubmit. But I think we only have 48 people who signed up, and we purchased 85. So if you want, Jeffrey and I purchased 85. So if you want a journal, it's free. Sign up and click on the link online, okay? Pardon? And send friends? Stand on the corner, ask anybody. No, he's right. If you have a family member or a friend you think could benefit, you could give a free gift. I won't tell. All right. How about we take a breath? Lots going on here. It's hard not to get excited, but let's just remember why we're here. So let's join together in saying our unity affirmation. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. All right, daily word for today, peace. Absolutely, and that's what we're talking about today. What a coincidence. As I continue on the Advent journey, my thoughts turn to peace. I remember what gives me peace. The beauty of a sunset, a comforting hug, a heartfelt prayer. In those moments, peace encompasses all of my thoughts and feelings, transforming any worries or troubles. I wish to carry that feeling with me always. I realize I don't have to wait for specific experiences to feel peaceful. I have the power to claim my peace at all times, in all situations. I affirm that divine peace is greater than any worldly condition. I remain centered and calm, and don't let minor irritations knock me off center or linger in my awareness. God's peace is my peace forever. And from Philippians 4, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. So lovely. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Elliot and the band, and we're changing it up today, right?
We got a new song of the month, or at least a song of the week. I'm not really sure how much we're going to do this one. But December always gets me feeling a little bit nostalgic, and we used to sing this song a whole lot at Unity of Tampa. So let's sing. Come on in, folks. Let's sing it. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Where the Father waits with open arms, He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination as God within you helps you to light your way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the doors are locked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Well, there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. Come on in. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Unity of Tampa, come on in. All right. It's a hit.
Where did that come from?
So if you guys want to keep singing Come On In, we'll do it. I guess that's the message that I'm getting from you all. Thank you. Thank you for standing and singing, man. We got a
Thank
lot
you.
of different stuff going on this morning, but
We do.
bringing that
So,
energy up is wonderful.
I have news, big news. And no, I'm not announcing I'm retiring. So if you were waiting, just saying, not today. But I am announcing somebody else is leaving us. So today is Emma's last day at Unity. Emma's been here since she was 3, literally 18 months. And Emma has accepted a job in New York City. Yep. She literally applied for this job 2 years ago, received a call about 10 days ago, and has had to pack up and is leaving on the 11th, right? The 11th? And this is it. It's like, hurry up and go. And it's a lot to take in. So I want everybody to not only hold her in good thought, but to also pray for her peace in this process because it's a big deal. And Emma has been a real gift to this church in many ways, and she's especially been a gift to Jeffrey and I in this process the last 12, 14 months now of trying to figure out where we were headed. And as you know, you can imagine we're especially a little bit disappointed. We're about to build a brand new youth ed building. In a few months, it'll be here and done. And I'm not going to have Emma. But I'm grateful to Piper. She is stepping up to help. And we already have another teacher who's going to step in. And now we just have to decide what the leadership will look like and whether or not we can figure that part out, but we don't have to make that decision today. So, Piper, is Piper in here? Oh, Piper, can you come on up here for 1 minute? I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but I just want everybody, to know who she is so that when you see her back there, thank you. We'll talk. She accepted helping us and stepping in every week, which I'm very grateful about. And thank you. Thank you for seeing us through and not letting us down. And thank you for all the things you've done for us. And I want to bring Emma up. I want to let Emma speak, and then Emma's mom wants to speak. But before we do that, Melody, can you bring that gift up here for Emma? So, Miss Emma, we have 2 things for you. One of them we have today. The other one did not show up yet. Yep, come on up. You don't have to open this, but this is for you. It's one of the 2 things we think will help you remember us. Okay. And then also, I want you to have the opportunity to share what you would like.
Okay. Hello. Well. Well, I'm not good at speeches. Unlike my mom. Turn your mic on. Well, yes, like she said, and you have seen, I've been here since I was 1. So, of course, I will not be abandoning Unity of Tampa, and I will be helping every week from afar, and I'll actually get to watch in real time now, for the first time in a long time. I actually have not been able to go to an actual church service in a really long time because I've been working in churches since I was 18. So that'll be nice, and I'll get to be experiencing this with you guys. So I will miss all you kids, and I'll come back and visit whenever I come home.
Hang on one sec. I want you to get your moment. Two things I want to just quick say before Wendy comes up. One is that we have a special cake for our celebration today. We have a board for you to sign if you'd like to sign for Emma. And also, do not eat the gluten-free cupcakes. Those are Emma's. Okay, and Wendy, if you want to come up.
Okay, I'm gonna go down here.
Can I? Here. I can't. Look at me.
She can use this one,
Can I use that? Thank you.
You just, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get it a little closer to you.
All right. Thank you.
You're a trumpet player now.
Thank you. All right. So humor me. I'm a hot mess because this is my baby, and so here are my notes. Looking good, huh? Yeah. I just wanted to start by saying why I came to Unity. This is going to be both about the power of unity and the people in this room that have transformed my life and Emma's life. And I believe this church because it was through Emma and Margaret that we got Nancy and Jeffrey and Melody and, and seeing this church so full and the parking lot so full was just amazing. So Unity is so special. But I wanted to say when I was, and it's also to encourage you and to give you the faith that the right and perfect youth director is out there, and the youth program is the future. Janice, how long have we wanted to make this the most vibrant youth program ever? So please, this is why. So I would love to just put it out there that it is going to happen, and you are going to transform the world. I came to Unity when Emma was 18 months. My father had passed away, and I was suddenly looking for the meaning of life, and I wanted to give my kids something. And I started church hopping. And I remember sitting in one church and listening. Emma was in the youth group. I don't even remember where it was. And I believe it was right about when the time that Ellen DeGeneres came out. And they were saying some things that terrified me. And I was sitting there, and I stopped listening, and I thought, what are they teaching my child in that room? And I was like, I'm going to go and get her out of there, and we left. And I knew that I wanted to find a place that was tolerant and diverse and positive. And shockingly, my mother-in-law, who is Jewish, was going through her journey, and she became a chaplain at Unity. And she said, I think you'll like Unity. And I came, that song just played, and I felt home. I felt like I was at home. And I always do, and I good choice. This is going to be all over the map. So, the seeds you plant, we're planting seeds here. And what you think when you're a parent, between all the, the craziness and the yelling and the, running around from things to things, and you say all these things, you don't know if they're going to listen. You don't know. And now I know that Emma, on her phone, she has the Daily Word app. She has scriptures on her phone. She sends me those. She has affirmations posted on her mirror. She my 25th anniversary, I got, and Jillian too, we're not going to forget Sister Jillian. On my 25th anniversary, Jillian gave me a book that said 25 things I learned from my parents, and I know you helped her, Emma. And I opened the first one, and it said, be the bigger person. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm done. And it had other things, good parental advice that they remember, which is DBS, which means don't be stupid. I've always had them appreciate things, and when we see a sunset or we look at something, I make them say, ooh, ah. Do I not, Emma? Say it. Say it. That's it. Yep, see, she on cue, and thank you, God, and we thank God. And I said what I called their popo every night, which was a prayer, and I've got it, and I'm going to find it. And it was a poem and a prayer, and I said it every single night, and when they were 18, I printed it and put it in a frame and sent that to them. And it started with Starlight, Star Bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. I wish my dear sweet Emma has sweet, sweet dreams and a sweet night's sleep. Dear Lord, please have Emma have sweet, wonderful dreams. Keep Emma safe and healthy and happy and loved. Fill her life with prosperity and abundance, and bring her peace and harmony in all her relationships, and make all of her dreams come true. And then I said, say something you're grateful for. And then I said, say a prayer in your head. And to this day, if they're having a hard day, I'll call and I say, you want your popo? And they will. Even if they're in college and they're hungover or whatever it happens to be, they'll take that poem. I also wanted to say that all of Unity is permeating throughout us. We still do the burning bowl at home. And I have a sign that says, peace be still. I had a Unity activity that Jillian did that said, peace be still, that I had up on my wall on a bulletin board, and then she painted it for me, and somebody came in and said, does that mean please be still? And I was like, no. And they didn't get it, that even at that young, Unity was giving them those messages. I'm almost done, I swear to God. What? Oh, yeah, sort of. Wow. So, where are my scriptures? Oh, where do I have my scriptures? Okay, where's that? Here it is, okay. So I'm, Emma knows I can't pronounce things, and I can't quote the Bible chapter and verse, but I know what it means, which I think is what Unity is all about. It's really the essence of the scripture, right? And that's, I think, what Jesus says, that they're parables to help you live better. And so, some of them I know, Jeremiah, for I know the plans I have for you, and please forgive me, Nancy, and they are for good and for hope and for you to have a good future. That's terrible, but you could all look it up later. Thank you. You can help me out here, my bud. Emma was using the Daily Word to get through this process because we didn't know 3 weeks ago if it was going to even happen. And we sent then the Daily Word on November 27th said, go, eat your bread and enjoy your drink, your wine with a merry heart, which you're doing a little too much of. For God has long ago approved what you do. Ecclesiastics, did I say that right? All right. And then she went to Unity. She was sent to Unity in a couple years ago, Unity headquarters. And she came back. You know what I'm going to do? This is like the Uncle Kenny frogs, Emma. This is what she brought me. And you know what this says on it, the heart? 70 times 7. And I was like, oh my goodness, they listened. I didn't even know that I said that over and over to them. And I'm trying to say that they listen. And I think this is about my last. So I wanted to say one last thing, and I think I wrote this so that I wouldn't mess it up. Pardon me, I'm not technically adept. She's also my tech support, and she's leaving me. Where is it? Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, or she will not depart from it. Proverbs, thank you, my coach. And so in fruit form, these are the flowers that I brought. Emma knows this is well, first of all, if you could see her apartment now, she's got nowhere to put anything that would be lovely, and this is from my yard, and I figured she'd rather me be on time, which is the first time in the history of my coming here that I have been on time, I would like to say. So Emma, if you would come up here and actually take this, and then for those of you, I love my baby. Okay. And I'd like all the old timers to help me, and I want to bless her because that was an important thing for me, okay? So join us if you can. You can stand if you'd like, or you could just, you are God's perfect child. God and I love you just the way you are. Thank you. That's it.
And I'm assuming that means it's time to also see the children off. Is that correct?
Yep. Emma?
I am walking in the light, in the light, in the light. I am walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God. Yeah.
So I think with everything going on today, we're going to move right past our good news stories for today. I think we had enough good news stories. And we'll go into our meditation now, okay?
You can sing this with us to prepare. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Oh, surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
So we pause now. We just set the tone for our meditation and our time of internal prayer to open up. So as you just breathe through all the things that you've been dealing with for a moment, just breathe them out and set them aside for now. They don't matter. And I just invite you to relax your body and your mind enough to just listen to the words I'm going to share. taking in what is meant for you. Whatever is before me today, this I know. God is the one presence and one power that can help me find my peace. God is my light, my wisdom, my source of renewal and inspiration. And when I am renewed, I spread peace everywhere. Even in the darkest moments of my life, God's divine light will lead me to peace. If I'm struggling or am irritable, I pause and I pray, knowing that prayer will help me get centered again. And when I am centered, I bring peace to my soul. In that consciousness of peacefulness, I can bring my best self forward each day, believing and trusting that God's guidance will lead me to the best path. Through prayer, I give thanks in advance. I wait. I listen. And I receive the guidance that I need. When I remain tuned into spirit, I experience moments of blissful peace. Throughout the day, I take time to reconnect with spirit within, to regain that peace as I need to. And eventually, I become so accustomed to living my life with a peaceful heart, with God at the helm, that I remain in a perpetual state of peace and awareness of the divine. All concerns are answered. All direction is provided. And all truth is revealed when I step aside and allow divine spirit to speak to me. Let's take that into our hearts for a few moments. It is in the silence that all things are revealed. The divine power within me leads the way every day. And as I gently come back to this place and time, I feel peace. Thank you, Bobby. So today, it's week 2 of Advent. And the topic is peace. And I could probably spend weeks, maybe even months, talking about this subject. Not only have many people written about it, including myself, but it's probably the thing we most seek. Even more than faith sometimes, we seek peace. Last week I shared that Advent simply means the arrival of a notable event or person. So as we're in this process of imagining, awaiting Jesus' birth, because that's what was happening, I want you to think about for just a moment what might have been going on in people's minds. They were told this person is coming to be the Savior of all people, right? And they're anticipating this moment. Everything's going to be better. Everything. At the same time, I want us to think about how often we are anticipating something happening, peace coming to us. For example, in the workplace, Casual Friday started a long time ago, right? Why did Casual Friday start? Because we were anticipating peace on the weekend. So let's relax on Friday at work in preparation for the peace we'll feel when we're done here. That's what it was about. That's what it's still about. How many times have we said we're waiting for that day off, that vacation? Oh, I can't wait till Saturday. I can't wait till Sunday. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. We're always seeking peace. And the reason we can't wait is because we think when we get there, wherever there is, we're going to have this amazing sense that everything is better. But the truth is, regardless of the day, or the location, or the person we're with, or what's going on in our life, peace is internal. No matter where you go, no matter who you're with, you can find peace if you're willing to invest the time and the effort. It's a journey, an inner journey, not an outer journey. Emily Cady in Lessons in Truth explained it this way, and I'm going to paraphrase. She said, we talk to God, which is prayer. God talks to us, and we get that inspiration. And then we take that inspiration and we take it to the rest of the world. And that becomes the way we spread peace. What do I need to do to help? We go within, we commune with God, we go back out in the world, we share that. And she says, but it requires daily practices of renewing our heart. Daily practices of infilling of the heart with peace and harmony in order for us to take peace and harmony out in the world. So when we don't do that, and we don't have those daily influxes, and we don't start to renew and and refill and refuel, we go out in the world like this. Scratchy, irritable, angry, little annoyed, and we bring that little nasty, toxic air with us everywhere. And it spreads faster than peace, by far. If you have the pleasure of being with someone peaceful, then you know the difference between that and toxic. That toxic air leads to nothing helpful. We've all been there. And sometimes we are that toxic air. I'm not excusing us. There's a quote from C.S. Lewis that reflects this perspective and says, God cannot give us a happiness and peace apart from himself because it doesn't exist. It's all internal. And when we find peace within ourselves, we become that kind of person who can live at peace no matter who we're with. No matter what the occasion, no matter what's happening in our life, we can just be peaceful people. And more people want to be with us because we're peaceful people. Whether we're sitting at the beach, standing on a mountaintop, or using a virtual reality headset to try and find our peace, the truth is none of those experiences bring us peace. Because those activities can't sustain peace by themselves. They're momentary fixes. Peace is the calming of our heart through prayer and communion with the divine power in this universe and can exist in anything. Buddha said, peace comes from within, do not seek it without. Buddhists actually believe that you need to embrace the law of dependent origination to achieve peace, which basically says this: everything is dependent on everything else in order for the world to exist. The existence of every human being is dependent upon every other human being, which is why we're intertwined with all living beings in this world. Buddhism also teaches that the coexistence of all beings is a necessary element for us to achieve the highest level of individual growth and spiritual awakening and to travel the road to peace. It comes from us recognizing we are all connected and we have to do our part to be part of that puzzle. Mahatma Gandhi, another one who spoke about peace. Each individual has to find his peace from within. And peace to be real has to be unaffected by outside circumstances. While we often associate peace, he said, with sitting under a tree meditating, you could sit under a tree all day and never experience peace. The goal is to find your center or that peace within, he says, and in turn see it reflected from you to everyone else, because then and only then will you become the peace you wish to be. Saint Francis of Assisi, known for his peaceful practices, conveyed a similar message and said, as you announce peace with your mouth, make sure you have greater peace in your heart. Thus, no one will be provoked to anger or scandal because of you. Peace, he said, comes from the heart, and if peace can transform from within, then peace will guide the brothers as they travel through the world. Now, we as humans give ourselves a lot of excuses for why we act like we do. I'm not one that accepts that, not even in my own self. We call them learning lessons. Oh, I'm just learning. Oh, it's just a life lesson. But that's not an excuse. Because once we know we act like a certain way, we should fix it. We should fix it and become the people we need to be so we can make the world better. You don't get a pass, oh, well, I only said one bad thing today. You don't get a pass because you said, well, I didn't really say anything really bad. It was just sort of bad. Oh, I didn't really mean it hurtfully. I was just giving my opinion. How many times do we say that? Now, I'm not trying to be rude, but. Yeah, I know. We all do it. Oh, I mean nothing harmful. And then in Florida, which I never knew before I left Detroit and Colorado and came here, I never understood the bless your heart thing. I mean, I'm sorry to say, I know I've lived here a long time, but it's probably my greatest annoyance. Because it's so-and-so is so annoying, bless his heart. As if that excuses it. Oh, I know they don't mean to be so rude and selfish, bless their hearts. From my perspective, we have to make the time to invest in becoming better people, becoming peaceful people. I don't know about you, but I know when I'm not peaceful. I know it, I feel it, it affects me. I can feel that little irritation crawling up my skin. I know when it's happening. But we have to integrate our thinking and stop behaviors that keep separating and dividing us in this world. Because our irritations are just dividing us. The path to peace requires us to recognize that when we are not feeling peaceful, we need to trust that it's time to do something about it. Instead of letting that pot of emotions boil over and affect everyone, including us. But it's a constant monitoring. We have to have this gauge to monitor, just like you monitor the gas in your car. You have to monitor every day. You don't get in your car, do you, and not check the gasoline. You get in, it's automatic. I'm going to look and make sure I have enough gas to go there. Do you have enough spiritual empowerment to get there? That's the question. So what's the gauge? It's our consciousness. That's where we monitor peace. The external things we're feeling are one thing, but it's our consciousness that has to be right. Sir John Templeton in Pathways to Heaven said, our first step to inner peace can be the realization that when anger, irritation, or feelings of upset arise within us, it is not the fault of someone else. No person or thing. Rather, these are feelings prompted by our own improper response to people. So when we're feeling it, it's about us, not about anyone else. So if you're spending all day blaming everyone else for what you're feeling, I'm telling you, we need to get better at that. Sir John goes on to say that it's important to realize that change needs to occur within us. If our inner consciousness is filled with harmony and peace, that's what we will bring to every situation and every person through our words and our actions. Unity principle, isn't it? Unity principle number 3. I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I choose to feel and believe. That's consciousness. If we want to find our peace, we have to focus on God and that divinity factor and carry that pure love and peacefulness wherever we go. Remembering that conflict and lack of peace are a result of operating outside our divinity. We have to learn to forgive ourselves and others. But not because we're trying to make peace with other people. That's secondary. Because we're trying to make peace with ourselves. Because that lack of peace within us is what causes the problem. I'm not asking you to make up with people. I'm asking you to get over it so it doesn't eat at you from the inside out. We have to make time for our own spiritual fitness. It is not enough to come here once on a Sunday, once a week, and expect that you're going to be fulfilled. That renewal of our heart has to occur every day, and we have to make time for it just like we make time for everything else. And if you're not someone who's good at meditating, just breathe. Just breathe and listen. Not everyone can get into meditation in the middle of the day. Too much running through our heads. But you can take moments to breathe, and you can take moments to listen. And last but not least, in that list, and we all know this, we have to try and find ways to simplify. Whatever we can do to reduce stress in our lives is going to help us be more peaceful. Add 15 things to our plate and we will feel 15 times the stress. We all do it. It's a busy season and it gets even harder this time of year. Our peacefulness is a reflection of our spiritual investment. So if you don't think you're peaceful, look at how much you're investing in yourself, and you'll be able to tell. And yes, we're going to get caught up in all the dramas of life and say and do things we regret. But our primary goal has to be to bring peace to ourselves and to others. I want to read a story or tell a story to you that I think is just a great reminder. It's one of my favorite. I don't know if I've shared it here before. A woman was at the airport waiting for her flight, which was late. She decides to go relax, and she buys some gourmet cookies and a coffee, and she finds a place to sit at her gate. As she's sitting there, she reaches into the bag and pulls out a cookie, and is just enjoying herself, but notices the man next to her reached into the bag and took a cookie. So, first she's like, all right, I'm going to eat my cookie and drink my coffee, but as you can imagine, she's not feeling relaxed. So she reaches in to get another cookie. He reaches in to get another cookie. And now she's really irritated. And this goes on a few times. Now she's so upset, she can't believe how rude he is, and feels that if he had just asked, she would have shared. But he didn't. So she gets up and leaves the area. She goes to her own gate. She gets on the plane, and she's on the plane madder than a wet hen. Furious, can't even think about anything, sits down, reaches into her bag to grab her glasses, and finds her bag of cookies. She was eating his. Now, the reason I shared that story, beside the fact that I love it, it's such a reminder how often we use those filters on our own self to convince us that something's going on. Oh my gosh, look what's happening right here. And all along, none of that was true. It's just a bunch of drama that we like to weave into our lives. But her thoughts and actions impacted his peace. Not just because his cookies were gone, but because he must have felt her hostility every time he reached in his own bag. Exactly. The bottom line is we have to become instruments of peace. And that only happens when we spend more time seeking truth and less time worrying about what everybody else is doing. Let's review our takeaways. The path to peace requires us to, number one, recognize that nothing outside of us will ever help us find our peace. Achieving peace in any situation is within our control. Number 2, identify the behaviors that are creating lack of peace. Make the necessary changes to sustain peace within. Number 3, practice present moment peace. There's a great power in the peaceful response. And number 4, become a holy temple for prayer and use our centeredness to maintain peace. Our affirmation today is, I seek peace for myself and others. Let's say that together. I seek peace for myself and others. And our quote today is from St. Francis de Sales. Do not lose your inward peace for anything whatsoever, even if your whole world seems upset. Let's pause now and just take that in. Divine Spirit of God, we give thanks for the powerful opportunity to look within for peace at any given moment and to trust that we will be guided to what is ours. We gently let go of all the need to control everything, to blame, to judge. We give forgiveness to ourselves. We forgive ourselves for any time we have held the pain and sorrow that we don't need to hold, the resentments, the anger, the frustrations. And we affirm that we are whole and perfect, peaceful human beings with a spirit as big as this universe. Amen. If you have a prayer, please place it in the back in the prayer box or call our phone line, our prayer line. Also, while I'm up here, I would like to just take a moment and give thanks to all of you for all of the ways you have blessed this church, our spiritual home, our spiritual community, and all the gifts, not just for the spring, but the volunteering, the tithes, everything that is done here. And I want you to join me in our prosperity prayer. And remember, even though in your bulletin it says I, so you can take it home, when we're here, we're practicing we. All right? We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good now flowing forth to meet our every need. Amen. Thank you. All right, Elliot, I'm turning it over to you.
We'd just like you guys to stand and sing the peace song with us. And after we sing it, Bobby has a very special song that he's going to sing as well to you guys. So I want you to stick around for that. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous
So let's join together in saying our prayer of protection, but let's put Emma's name in it today. The light of God surrounds Emma. The love of God enfolds Emma. The power of God protects Emma. The presence of God watches over Emma. And wherever Emma is, all is great. Awesome. You guys, thank you for being here. Go enjoy cake. Love you too. Thank you, Chris. Here's the platform so you can stand here, okay?
All right, don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. There we are. Hey, don't go anywhere yet, everybody. We got a song for you. Waves crash, I'm listening in the sun, the water's glistening. It's a beautiful sight. I just had a big bite, walking in Florida's winter wonderland. As I walked along the beach, I met a stingray. Ouch! And he said he knew of a place where I could stay. He said there's a big bed where you can lay down your head, since you've been walking in Florida's winter wonderland. And soon I came upon a little beach house, and there resides Archangel Ariel. And I walked inside as quiet as a church mouse, and then I heard the sound of a bell as I looked out the window at the ocean. Ariel said with great emotion, don't be afraid of the plans that you've made together. We're walking in Florida's winter wonderland. The next day I ate Ariel's jelly beans while she put on her blue jeans. We went for a long walk and we had a good talk while walking in Florida's winter wonderland. And then we came upon another beach house, and here resides Angel Eileen. I walked in as quiet as a church mouse with Ariel, and Eileen wrapped me in a blanket that was green. As I went to sleep that night, Ariel hugged me really tight, and Eileen counted sheep. I fell fast asleep, walking in Florida's winter wonderland.